So initially I was going to write Killing Machine, but I ended up physically writing, which is a big achievement for me, a 6-page congratulatory wedding letter to my best friend Aidan. I'm very proud of this letter, so I'm going to read it to you in full. And I swear it is true. I will also send this video directly to Aidan and Devan. And again, congratulations on your marriage. This may not be the letter you were expecting, but I hope and presume it will put a smile on at least one of your faces. It may horrify the other recipient. Dear Aidan and Devan, March 22nd, 2026. Hey, it's Dan. How are you? I hope this note finds you well, or as well as possible, considering we may already be engaged in the beginning phases of World War III / the Second American Civil War. Parentheses, if that's the case, I can think of at least one silver lining. Aidan, we're both too old, and I am currently way too disabled / out of shape to be drafted. A very belated congratulations on your marriage. I am so happy for the both of you. During these darkest of times, it's imperative that people hold on tightly as possible. My handwriting is so poor, it looks like I wrote the word penisable, which is not a word, but if it were, it would be hilarious. It's imperative that people hold on as tightly as possible to love, joy, hope, faith, and those they care for most, those whose light illuminates the best and brightest within us as individuals, as members of our communities, our countries, and as citizens of the world. You are both such warm, loving, charming, responsible, and reliable, well-intentioned and kind-hearted souls, smart, funny, and dare I say, total hotties, who I am proud and grateful to consider two of my best friends. May you lead and love the happiest, most joyful life together as a married couple. Devan, I don't know you as well as I know Aidan, but your innate decency / generosity has radiated since we first met way back when. I deeply appreciate your presence and participation at my wedding to Antonia, and am equally thankful you were not present to witness our marital separation. Though Antonia is no longer my wife, I still firmly believe she is the kindest, strongest woman I've ever met, second only to my late mother. I am equally appreciative of the effects you, Devan, have impressed upon, ignited within, imbued unto my best friend, and the love you've both, God, my handwriting is so bad, you both fuck does that? And the love you've both conjured from within him and with which you shield him. Oh, God. There are many stories I look forward to sharing with you, Devan, that speak to Aidan's character and myriad qualities. But if I were forced to identify his most notable / prominent strengths, I'd point to the following key words: his devotion / dedication, his courage, his wit, his bravery, his humility, his intellect, his quiet confidence / composure, his kindness, his thoughtfulness, and his sincerity. Perhaps the anecdote I can share that best captures and accounts for most, if not all, of Aidan's better angels transpired early in our friendship. When I was 20 and I believe he was 21. I think we'd known each other only a week or so. The encounter occurred 15 years ago in London, shortly after our semester abroad began. One chilly January evening, or rather very early morning, as we walked back from a pub or a party to our dormitory. Aidan and I were weary from a few hours of college-age debauchery, likely still jet-lagged from our respective flights, quote-unquote, across the pond. And certainly more than a bit weary from pints, if not liters, of Guinness. Mere blocks from Hayden Hall, our student housing lodging, Aidan and I crossed paths with an olive-skinned, black-haired, quote-unquote gentle man with a receding hairline. Words were exchanged. Conversation began. Although my memory is as foggy, is as hazy now, as my language was surely slurred then. I believe the stranger asked Aidan for directions, then inquired whether he and I were American students, then asked if we'd had a fun night or were interested in more fun. Then, with an Italian accent thicker than his receding hairline, Luca cut to the chase. Do you want me to... I swear to God, this is true. Do you want me to suck your cock? Hayden and I exchanged quizzical looks. too shocked and drunk to be amused. I believe Aidan responded for the both of us, bravely saying, no, thank you. Luca laughed, somewhat forcefully, as if we both somehow missed a joke. That wasn't quite a joke. Clearly, wasn't quite a joke. He returned to his 3 standard introductory questions. Where exactly were we? Had Aidan and I traveled 5,000 miles for a proper English education? Whence or where could a young, handsome Italian stallion find some fun at 3 in the morning near Fleet Street? And, oh yeah, he also asks, do you want me to suck your cock? This line of questioning went on for approximately an hour, or perhaps an eternity, or maybe both. The booze hit Aidan and me hard. It became increasingly apparent Luca was riding some other substance. PCP, meth, crack, cocaine. Or maybe he was just off his Lexapro. Aidan was alarmingly calm the first 6 times he was offered oral sex by the fallacious Travolta. He was also somewhat compelled to understand the salami stuffer's deranged. He was also somewhat compelled to understand the salami stuffer's deranged psyche. Did Luca really believe if he asked at least 53 more times, he'd partake in the world's weirdest hot dog eating contest? Oh. Aidan showed compassion, courage, conviction. But after almost an hour of this insane interrogation, the feisty American all but declared war on Italy, raising his dukes as he prepared for fisticuffs. Knuckles clenched and cocked. Lucas screamed as Knuckles clenched. Knuckles clenched. Lucas screamed as he cocked his fist. Why won't you let me suck your dicks? At which point, I physically hugged Aidan and redirected him to our dormitory lobby, where we bid one another adieu and good night. Each young man slept alone in his own bed that fateful evening, safe and presumably flaccid. And thus began, solidified, erected, hardened, stiffened, engorged, my beautiful, loving, surreal, and totally not gay bromance with your new husband. Devan and Aidan, may your love for one another carry and protect you through life's peaks and valleys, much like a fortified ship, charting the ocean, sometimes coarse, sometimes calm, always overwhelmingly, breathtakingly beautiful blue waves. Make America love again. From Jersey with love, Dan Levinsohn.